Good morning, chips. It's fishing time. Guys, I have a new basement. I have a new basement. Finally, I've found a new basement to stream from. Is it echoing? Oh, reverb was on. It's fishing time! Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh my god, it's rumbling again. This flat is like really bad. So when the downstairs people use their dryer, I think it's their dryer, like the entire flat, like the flat I'm in, starts shaking in my room. There's like a metal like hook behind my door, and that starts rattling against the door as well, so it makes a lot of noise. Okay, I think it's kind of stopped. But yes, good morning everyone, welcome to the new basement. Now it's better than, you know, the empty screen I had before. Guys, I'm so tired and stressed. I'm so tired and stressed. Like the screen effects in the background. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 8 screens. Ah! It became. I'm stuck. We're back. The rumbling. Like my mic is shaking on my desk right now. Maybe I should go back and be right back. Everything's like shaking on my desk at the moment. Oh, I can't anything ever go right. I'm gonna try and like ignore it. I'm like literally holding down on my microphone right now so it's not shaking. Yeah, you guys can't hear anything because of the... I've got like... I really amped up the filters on the mic. And right now I'm like, you know, holding down onto my microphone so you can't hear it shaking. And there's also a shock mount on my mic, so it like doesn't shake around as much. Anyway, alright, okay, it stopped. It stopped. Anyway, what was I saying before I got distracted? Yes, there's like 8 screens in this basement. I'm ready to do hacking again once I have time to do hacking again. My keyboard is amazing. This isn't a keyboard. This is a special hacking device. You guys don't know because you're not pro hackers like me. Speaking of, did you get a new washer yet so you can rumble back? Oh, so actually, update on that. You know, my stepdad's actually really good at like being nice, being strategically nice. So obviously it's him that has to like, you know, talk with the landlord and everything. He's okay. My stepdad's like a snake. He's just like really good at like sweet talking people, I guess, or like I don't know how to say it. So like the landlord, he managed to actually get the landlord to take responsibility for the washing machine. I don't know how he managed to do it, because at the first the landlord was like, no, you know, this flat was rented as completely unfurnished, so any furniture left behind or any appliances left behind like, you know, it's not our responsibility. So at first he was going to be like, well, now it's your responsibility to like, you get rid of it, because, you know, if it was rented as unfurnished, then you need to like, you know, at least get, you know, make it properly unfurnished. The businessman, he is very business coded, and I guess, you know, to be in business, right, and like working with people, you have to be really good at like, yeah, with the silver tongue, yeah. So but I don't know, somehow he got the landlord to replace the washing machine, and the new one's coming next week. So, you know, after how long have I been here? How long? I've been back in the UK for 1.5 months. I'll finally have access to a washing machine next week. Before you say, oh my god, you must be stinky wearing like the same clothes. Firstly, I've not even been out. I've barely been outside. And secondly, I've been having to give my clothes to my stepdad so he can wash it in his house. So, but you know, I've not been going out, so it doesn't really matter, because like I'm not really wearing any, like a lot of clothes or using a lot of clothes. It's mainly just like, you know, home clothes, I guess. But I haven't actually gone out or anything, so it doesn't really matter. Hand washing is a thing. There is no space to hand wash anything here. The sink is tiny. And also, I don't like hand washing. I wouldn't even hand wash anything. But yeah, I did also, like, you know, pay like, I think £10 to the guy downstairs to wash like some towels and bedding and stuff. I remember that was like, you know, I think now that was about 3 weeks ago I did that. 2 weeks ago? I don't know. But anyway, it doesn't matter, because like, you know, next week I'll have a washing machine and the landlord will pay for it. So I'm very, very happy. The landlord ordered one and it'll be given. Is the guy still flirting, or did he give up? I have not spoken to him since then. I've not asked the neighbors for anything since then. So wait, you don't have to buy the washing machine? No, the landlord bought it and it's going to arrive next week. And it's an actual like proper washing machine brand, and not like the terrible one that's currently here. Like the one that's in the flat at the moment is like a really, really cheap budget brand in the UK. It's called Bush. And it's like a brand that Argos sells, like their lowest, like their really cheap like brand. And it makes sense that this washing machine is like doo-doo. Also, it's like super old. I checked, it was like, this washing machine's like almost 20 years old, so it makes sense that it's like broken and smelly and stinky. But I'm glad that the landlord's going to replace it. And I guess that's the only really broken thing here. Everything else is just like inconvenience. But I mean, I'm still miserable here, don't get me wrong. I still hate it, but at least I can wash my clothes. And my sister, we can have our clothes washed. So that's better than nothing. He's gonna get you a new stove next, right? No, because it's working. It's not technically broken. Two burners don't work, but because 2 do work, is like, you know, just stick with it, you know. The landlord's not budging on that one, because it's not like it can't be used. I think the only reason, I think the landlord maybe did have to take responsibility for the washing machine. I'm not sure. I mean, the only reason like they're replacing it is because when they were told that, oh, you're gonna have to, like, you know, because my stepdad did say then you have to like get it removed, and it costs a lot of money to get it removed. And because they bought the new one, that new one will if you pay like £15 extra, the company that's installing it will just remove the old one. But my stepdad told me what he did. He said he called the landlord and he was like, they were talking about family. He was like, oh, yeah, tell me about your family, tell me about yourself. And he was like, you know, getting to know them and stuff like that. And then he was like saying, oh, yeah, you know, kids, like we have kids and stuff. And then they were like talking about having, you know, family and kids, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, he was like, you know, establishing that connection. And we like, yeah, you know, my 2 kids are living here and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it's you know, she's got school and she needs to wash her clothes and stuff. So, yeah, we do need to have a washing machine ASAP. And I think because, like, he managed to, like, you know, soften the landlord up. They're like, okay, yeah, we'll give you the washing machine. We'll get the new washing machine. So, yeah, that's a good job from him. Good job from him. But I mean, he did talk about the stove as well. Like, yeah, because it's not broken, it's not gonna get replaced, sadly. Bush, yeah, BUSH is like a super budget brand in the UK. Like, I've never had an appliance by this brand before. I only found out about it because I googled it. Is the washing machine a flat facility? Honestly, I don't know, because another thing, right? We didn't get an inventory. So when you move into a flat here or a house or whatever, when you rent, you're supposed to get a check-in inventory. So to check the status of the flat and like the appliances and everything. So when you move out and you get your deposit back, they can like check it against the inventory to see, like, you know, if everything's in the same state or not. But we didn't get one. And apparently this landlord doesn't provide one, which is really weird because, like, with the way the tenancy deposit scheme works here, you need the inventory. So I think that's why my stepdad called in the first place, because he wanted to check the inventory if the washing machine was there or not. I still don't know what's going on with that, and I think I have to talk to him about that because obviously it's not safe for the deposit that way as well. But I don't know. Again, it's not really my business, and I don't want to like get involved because it's not my name on the flat at the end of the day. And I am like stressed out of my eyeballs at the moment. Like, there's so much stuff, like I don't want to deal with it. Because at first he was trying to get me to deal with it, and I put my foot down. I was like, no, like I'm already doing too much. Like, I know you're busy too, but I'm also busy. I'm not getting like anything out of this. Because you're technically the one getting the most out of this. So, you know, I forced him to deal with it. Masterful segue, my stepdad there. Yes. I mean, he's old, so, you know, I'm not old, so I don't know. Like, I don't know the tips and tricks, okay? I mean, I do, but, like, I don't. I think for me, I get so caught up in like, you know, what's right and justice and things that I get, like, I get straight down to business first, you know, rather than doing the whole, like, warming them up kind of thing and pretending to be nice. Also, I feel like I'm really bad at pretending to be nice. Perhaps it's a generation connection. That's true. It might also be that too. Like, I think it's also like an age thing because, you know, they're both old, right? Like, there's the landlords around. I think they're both around the same age, like in their 50s, and I'm not. So, like, I don't know how to communicate with people like that. Like, yeah, people my age are starting to get married and starting to have kids. But almost to say, oh yeah, how are your kids when the kids are probably like my age or something? It's really weird. I don't know. I'd just rather not get involved. Absolutely finessed him. Yeah, to be honest, my stepdads are very good at doing that. So Bush isn't too bad. Well, when I googled it and done research, I did research, I saw it was like a super budget brand. So I feel like when things are like super cheap, especially like electronic appliances, they're not going to be good and they're not going to last long. But to be honest, if that washing machine lasted for about 16, 17 years, like it's probably pretty good. If it lasted that long. At least it's you know, British stuff do tend to last a long time, I think. The burden of having a moral compass. I think it's more like... Yeah, I mean, it's not like I can't do it. I'm just stubborn, I guess. I'm just stubborn. There's obviously situations where I have just like, you know... thought, okay, I'm just gonna have to like, you know, do it. Like, you know, compromise. I don't know. I... Maybe when I'm older, I'll become wiser. So are some installs coming in a week? Are you gonna have to help drag it up the stairs? I hope not. No, I hope not. I think they... I need to check with my stepdad if they did like get someone to install it properly, because I don't know how. I have no idea on how to install a washing machine. I've never installed any implant, like a washing machine. Like, oh my god, like I had to deal with the boiler issues, and the thing is, I've never touched a boiler in my life. I don't even know what a boiler looks like. Like, it was so... Wait, let me tell you the story afterwards. Let me just catch up with the comments. It's so scary. It was so scary. You're bad at pretending because you're nice. Okay, I've never said I'm a nice person. In fact, I've always claimed I'm not nice. I think I'm kind, but I'm not nice. Well, you're kind, nice, but you're kind, nice, and kind of different. You're definitely more kind. Yes, thank you. Thank you for correcting that. I don't think I'm particularly nice, but I do think I'm kind. This sounds like something that would equate to great value Walmart over there. It's just like a... It's just, again, it's just really cheap. You'd like... I don't know. I would rather have a reputable brand when it comes to, like, appliances. My new Hisense lasted about 10 months. You swapped it for an LG that has a 10-year warranty. That's what happened to it. Well, Hisense washing machine. I remember at home... my mom's house, we had a Whirlpool. that washing machine like never changed. We've had it for so long. I think it's still there. So I think, yeah, if it's good, it lasts for a long time. It's good, it lasts 10 years nowadays. I think even like appliances from a long time ago last longer. Boilers are scary. Yeah, oh my god, okay. Delivery, install, and removal is usually a package deal. Okay, but I should probably confirm my stepdad, because I'm scared that it's gonna be like... they're gonna just dump it at the front. There's no way I can take a whole washing machine up the long flight of stairs. It's gonna have to stay at the front. There's absolutely no way. Like, no way. Fish so endearing. Me? I'm probably the least endearing person you'd ever meet. You're very much straight to the point, no nonsense. I just have very, like, British dad energy. Very dad energy. Whirlpool is a funny name, and new machines are less reliable than the old stuff. Sustainability kind of killed the long-term life. I think with more expensive stuff, though, they do tend to last longer. Nowadays, I mean, with more recent appliances. Okay, going back to what I was saying. Oh, no! Oh my god, this new chat doesn't have any special... That's so annoying. Mono, thank you so much for 11 months. What the heck? Move this here. Thank you for 11 months, Mono! W Mono! Everyone say W Mono right now. Poor Mono is going through a lot right now. But yeah, anyway, going back to what I was saying. The boiler. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, so I've never... Okay, I think okay, maybe I should start from the beginning. Alright. Obviously, I lived at home until I was 18. Never had to deal with, like, boiler stuff, you know. Like, these are... To me, that was all grown-up adult things, you know. My mom had to deal with boiler things. And heater and, you know... water and gas and electric. Like, that was never my business to deal with. Like, that was an adult thing to deal with, you know? I did not deal with things like the electric and gas and water and boiler. Like, you know, that stuff is too grown up, you know? It was very... It's just nothing to do with me. I'm just a kid, you know? But then when I was 18, obviously, I moved out to uni. And uni... I lived in uni halls for the first year. And obviously that, again, I don't have to, like, handle anything like that. Second year, I lived in, like, a student house. And I don't recall ever dealing with anything to do with, like, you know, water, gas, electric, or anything. I just paid the bills, you know. I just paid. The bills were included in the overall rent price, so I just paid one thing every month, and that was it. Like I didn't have to think about it. And then fast forward to me moving back to London. Where the hell did I live? Oh yeah, I was staying with a friend for a while because I was homeless. So, and you know, my friends, her parents are still out, so they handled all of that stuff. And then I moved in with 2 other friends, and actually, I don't know why I don't remember this. So I lived with 2 other friends. I think we lived in that flat for 2 years before I moved to Japan. Maybe a year? I don't know how long it was. It was while I was in uni. Anyway, so I lived with 2 friends. But I don't remember ever dealing with anything with like to do with boilers or electric or like I actually don't remember anything. Like I don't even remember turning the heater on. Like I really want to message my old housemates and ask. It was like a really stupid question. Hey, how did we turn the heater on? How did we have heating? I remember obviously I paid the electric, gas and water bills and everything at the end of the month, obviously. The Australian Northern Girl? I think I'm getting it mixed up in there. Australian was when I was in Japan. But yeah, one of them was Northern. The one girl was Northern and one girl, she was just British. Northern, like they're not... Okay, sorry, I'll correct that. One was a Northerner. One was... How do I even say it? She's from one of the Isles. Let's just say she's from one of the British Isles, but she... she's from one... Okay, one of them was Northern. One of them was from the British Isles, but she lived in London for like a few years. No, actually, no. I think she actually came from the Isles. I think that was her first time moving to London, living with us, living with me and the Northern girl. But anyway, going back to the point, I actually don't remember like what we did. Like we were just 3 girls, alright? We were just 3 girls. What part is the British Isles? So the UK, right, consists of England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Now Ireland is its own little island, right? It's like separated from the big land. Like England, Scotland, and Wales it's just like one big connected land that looks like a boot or L shape. And then there's obviously Ireland, which is a separate island. Ireland, which is a separate island. But there's also very like mini islands around. Like England, Scotland, Wales, Britain, I should say. There's mini islands, like tiny mini islands around Britain. And one of them is like for example, the Isle of Man, Isle of blah blah blah. She's from one of those isles. The British Isles. So that's what I mean by British Isles. She's from one of those very tiny islands. Anyway, so going back to what I was saying, I don't remember ever having to deal with things like I don't know, ever having to deal with things like boiler or plumbing issues or anything, electric issues, nothing when I lived there. But to be honest, I think I was only living there. I don't remember anymore. It was like a year and a half, maybe. So, and I don't even remember like if we ever turned the heater on. I don't remember anything about that flat. But I was really busy. I was always at uni and I was working, so I was barely in the flat. I barely lived there. Like I barely experienced my life in that flat. So that's probably why I don't remember much. So, anyway, after that, I moved straight to Japan, right? And I lived the majority of my actual adult life, like after university, in Japan. So I never had to like, I never dealt with like British houses. And obviously the system's different in Japan. They just have an aircon. They just have like a literal air conditioning unit. There's no central heating in Tokyo houses or flats or whatever. So there was no central heating. There's no boiler to deal with. All I had was an air conditioner, and you just control that with a remote. There's not anything difficult with that. And well, I've never had any plumbing issues or whatever either. So I don't know. Like I feel like my life was very simple when I, you know, there was no heating to deal with, so I didn't have to deal with any of that stuff. Now, fast forward to, like, back now, I'm living in the UK again as an adult, but I don't have experience of being an adult, a proper adult in the UK. So now, these scary issues like boilers, like, to me, that's something my parents had to deal with. And, like, there's been 2 issues with the boiler already. Like, once the boiler stopped working, I had no idea how to, like, fix it. And it turned out, like, I had to reset. So remember I told you guys, the boiler here is controlled by a card. Like, you got to put money on the card. You got to, like, top up the card to get heating here. And I had to do that. And apparently, like, I mean, I can't remember what I did. I was just, like, fiddling around with the card. And I managed to get the heating working again. And hold on. Yeah, so I had to I can't remember what I did to get it working. Anyway, that was really scary, and I was hoping there would be no more issues. Now, the second issue happened about 3 days ago. Your experience reset with a service. That's actually what happened. Is it a combi boiler as well? I have no idea what that means. You're just speaking a foreign language to me. But yeah, I pay for you, Caesar. Yes. You want to use it, you gotta pay for it. Like, plug the money in. Yes, okay, she's all of our mother. Yes, you guys are my kids, and that's why I'm a single mother. Gotta raise you guys all by myself. Anyway. What? Favorite use cases why the United States rebelled? I don't know why it's a thing here, but anyway. Going back to the topic. There was another issue and the heater stopped working. And okay, so this boiler has like a little screen, and it had a code on the screen, and this boiler came with a book. So I looked at the book and tried to read the code to see what the issue was. It was like a foreign language to me, guys. It was all in English. I was reading like 3 times. I didn't understand what it said or what it meant. I actually felt so stupid. I mean, I feel stupid a lot in life, but it really made me feel like I'm in, like, I just don't understand, like, how something can be so complicated. Like, it was all like these terms, all these words I didn't understand, and all these, like, things I didn't understand. And I was just staring at it, and I was, like, literally shaking. Like, I was like, this is too much. This is, like, way out of my field. Like, I don't understand any of this. Like, what does this mean? And then I called my stepdad. I was like, so the heater's not working. He's like, okay, so what's happening? And I said, well, it's not working. I tried to turn it on, and there's like a code flashing on the boiler. And he said, well, can you find the booklet and see like what the code said, like, you know, what it means? And I said, I did, but it's showing me a flowchart. I don't understand what it's showing me. I don't understand what it's telling me to do. And he said, okay, take a picture of it and show me. So I did. And he's like, oh, I see. It's got low pressure right now. I was like, what the hell does that mean? Pressure? What pressure? He's like, yeah, you need to find the pressure valve or something. I was like, what does that even mean? He said, you gotta find the pipes. I was like, what pipes? I've not seen a single damn pipe in this flat other than in the bathroom, the toilet room. Like, that's the only place I've seen a pipe. So I started going to the toilet. He's like, no. He's like, he literally like, he literally like tutted at me like I was stupid. I am stupid. He said, it's not gonna be in there. It's gonna be near the boiler. And I was like, bro, the boiler is just like a white big thing. Like, where are the pipes? He said, can you see that thing at the bottom of it? Move it. That's a cover. And I was like, that's a cover? So I had to move this little like wooden block. Lo and behold, it was hiding some pipes. It was hiding some pipes. And I was very surprised to see pipes there. And Yeah, hold on, give me a second. Yeah, so I was very surprised to see pipes there. And he said, yeah, so if you look at those pipes, there's a little valve there. And there's like a little, like a thing. It's like a little valve thing, I don't know. But he said, you've got to like twist this thing to put the pressure up. And I was like, oh, okay. He said, you see that little like dial thing there? I was like, yeah. So you gotta twist it anti-clockwise. All right. Now he told me to twist it anti-clockwise, but he didn't tell me how much. So I started twisting. He's like, "Stop, stop, stop!" Because you know on the dial, it's not supposed to go past 1.5, and I twisted it, and it went to 2.5. Like by the time I stopped it, it went to 2.5. He said, "Well, now it's got too much pressure, but it'll be okay. It's not going to explode." Well, how was I supposed to know? You didn't tell me to twist something. You didn't tell me to twist it. You should tell me like how much to twist it by. How is that my fault? You didn't tell me to twist it by a little bit. You just said twist it. Anyway, and then I read the manual again. The manual said it needs to be between 1 and 1.5. So now I understood what those words meant. Listen, if it ever happens again, now I know what to do. But the point is, it was very scary. Like, having to go through all this and troubleshoot with my stepdad over the phone. It was, like, very scary. And I've never had to deal with boilers in my entire life. And that was just a very scary experience. I was very frightened the entire time. And it makes me feel sick. It actually makes me feel just sick, you know? Sick. I'm just sickened by this. I'm sickened that I have to deal with this boiler issues. I'm not made to do that, guys. I'm made to be horizontal, laying down, playing games, sleeping. That's what I was made for. I wasn't made to deal with boiler issues. I can't believe this. I really can't. You had to find the little red knob to let the pressure in. It wasn't red. The twisty thing was... I can't remember the name of that twisty thing. It wasn't red. It was like metal colored. It was like bronze or something. Or black? I think it was black actually. As soon as pipes are mentioned, it's over. I hate pipes. Like, I don't... Like, all this stuff just scares me. Sounds like my dad explaining stuff to me. Listen, if he said you've got to turn it anti-clockwise just a tiny bit for like half a second and then turn it back, that would have made more sense to me. That would have made much more sense. This is like when I help my dad change the oil in the car. Like, I don't want to get involved having to do with anything with things I don't have any experience in. Cars or boilers and things are scary. You'll learn with time, fish. I don't want to learn this! I don't want to learn! I don't want to! This is not the business I want to be involved with! So Simple, thank you so much for the gifted membership! Dolly said Simple, thank you, thank you, thank you! 2.5R. Does that mean it's gonna explode enough? If it's on 2.5, is it gonna explode? Honestly, I think this was on his communication skills. Could never be Fish's fault. Exactly. You know what? I should have told him that. I should have told him that. You'll understand for next time. Well, now I know for next time. Exactly. Now I know. Now you have some dad skills. Or rather than dad skills, I feel like it's like old people skills. Things like, I don't know, because again, I associate stuff like this with adults. Like, you know, adults are the ones dealing with boilers and stuff like that. No, I'm not kids. I'm just a kid. I'm just a kid, please. I'm just a child. I'm just a child. Truly an adorable story. How is this an adorable story? That's very... Oh my god. Yeah, how is this an adorable story? This is a very stupid story. Replacing the light bulb on hard mode difficulty. Actually, I replaced my sister's room light bulb, so, you know, I'm actually very good at doing that now. Things are intimidating when one wants adult from time to time. I don't want to be an adult. I want to stay a kid forever. Twisting a valve, the horror. Look, there's a valve. Okay, the reason why I took him to the toilet is because I saw a valve in the toilet as well. There's like a little heater thing in the toilet. I don't know, like a little wooden thing, and I'm assuming there's pipes in there. I don't know, and there's a valve there. So when he mentioned valve and pipes, that's why I took him to the toilet, because I thought it was there. I was watching a VTuber yesterday. He was complaining about people exactly like you. Wait, hold on. I'm complaining. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm complaining about boilers, not about people. If you want me to complain about people, I can do that too, but that's not what we're doing right now. If you ever get the house you talk about, you'll have even more such things to mess with. Hold on, that's actually a really good point. Wait, actually, that's a really good point. If I ever get my own place, I have to deal with all these things myself. Suddenly I don't... and then suddenly I don't want my own place anymore, guys. Suddenly I want to stay a child forever. Hate to break it to you, Fish, but you're an adult, I think. Mentally, I'm like, not an adult. The failure to teach blue-collar skills... Shut up! Listen, we don't need to learn those skills. Old people know those skills. We don't have to know it. Wait, is this true? No, this is not my fault. No. Hold on. No. Hold on. This is not my fault. Because I just said, no, you're trying to twist it to make it sound like it's a problem with me not knowing these sort of skills. I'm gonna politely remind all of you that I lived in Japan for most of my adult life, okay? This is not my fault. Things were different there. Things were different in Tokyo. It's replacing the light bulb of your training arc for the one back in Japan. That's not gonna happen. That light in my flat in Japan is gonna be broken. It's gonna be off forever. I'm not touching it. I just know there's G's in there. I'm not touching it. There's no way. That's the water shutoff valve for the toilet, probably. The what? Water shutoff valve for the toilet. Wait, I think one of you guys mentioned this before. For the one in Japan. Oh yeah, that's also a very adult grown-up thing I don't want to ever touch or get involved with. That's the ball valve to probably turn off the water in the bath. I'm not getting involved. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about this. Guys, please don't make me think about this. This is too much. I don't want to deal with that sort of stuff. Fish bro will be there. You think my brother knows more than me? He's even more useless than me. He's never lived out by himself. He's lived with my mum his entire life. She's dealt with everything. Not him. He's never even had to change a light bulb. But maybe he did actually. Maybe my mum makes him change the light bulbs. But that's probably the maximum he's done. Pay thousands for other people to deal with him. Maybe I pay someone to teach me. You literally just have to twist a valve every so often. Is that the only thing I have to do when it comes to maintaining a boiler? Is that really the only thing? Because I remember when I, as I was growing up, when I lived at home, I remember like the heater stopped working and my mum had to call British Gas and things like that. You know, like that to me were all like adult issues that the adult of the house has to deal with. But now suddenly I'm the adult of the house. You need a maid or butler for your house to deal with these things for you. Is anyone volunteering? Are you volunteering, Stingy? That's the fun part of home ownership. That's the sort of stuff that'll make me want to eat a bullet. You get to hear it drip in the night and panic about leaks. I already have that panic. That's a panic I understand even in Japan. So that's one I'm familiar with. You can pay some contractor to fix the issue just to not fix and take your money. That's true. I wouldn't want that to happen. I wouldn't. She can build a PC from scratch, but you can't find a water pressure valve. Building a PC from scratch is easy. Like, anyone can do it. You can just find a YouTube video. That's literally how I built my first PC. I literally watched a YouTube video. Anyone can build their own PC from scratch. All you have to do is watch a YouTube video. It's literally that easy. You don't show me a YouTube video that tells you how to deal with boiler issues, especially because every boiler is different. Like there's different brands of boilers and different types of boilers. Not every boiler is the same, whereas PCs are all the same. They're all the same thing. they're not. You know, it's not like boilers. Boilers are scary. I don't ever want to have to deal with boilers. There's too much. 日本の春と秋はとても快適で美しいですよ。わかるわかる。Yummy brown water. Oh, why are you talking about brown water? Please don't mention that. That's scary. You know, one of my nightmares is seeing like running the tap and the water's a different color. That's one of my nightmares. Like it's like brown or orange or something, sort of rust in it. One day you're gonna have to figure out how to change an electrical outlet. No, I don't have to ever do that. I don't think so. For boilers, you have to replace the sacrifice anode every 5 years. What the hell are you saying? You're making things up. You're literally just saying words. I don't believe you. You're just saying words. You're actually just saying... I'm not even going to read the rest of that. You're just saying words. Gotta get an all-electric house with no gas. I actually think... yes! Drake! That's why I've never had to deal with gas things in my last flat in London, you know, before I went to Japan. Because it was electric. Everything was electric there. That's why. Now it makes sense. I had an issue last year where a clog in my AC drainage had the runoff water pouring over the front door. Like a little waterfall. Be fun for you to learn. What? Well, I'd never have to learn that because we don't have AC in the UK. Clog in your AC drainage. Well, actually, I know what you're talking about because I have AC in Japan. And the drainage thing is a pipe outside. And it already poured all over my balcony because that pipe has no end. It doesn't go anywhere. So my balcony is already constantly flooded with like AC water. But that seems to be normal in Tokyo or something because like no one ever... That's just the way it was. It was like really gross, but that's just the way it was. That's actually something that you're supposed to leave to the professionals for safety reasons. Oh, the electrical outlet thing, yeah. There are YouTube videos of house maintenance too. That's too scary. Are there really YouTube videos of that? But again, it's not all consistently the same, whereas PCs are. You can find a YouTube video on a boiler, but aren't all boilers different? Sometimes a part breaks and you have to get a man to say something about thermistors and PCBs, but he doesn't have the parts, so you have to order them in and... I get triggered. Oh, we don't have the parts, we're gonna have to order them and then they'll charge you for their time. I remember this. Back when I lived at home. When my mum had to call like people in. If you feel a lot of resistance to putting something in the slot, just push harder. Actually, I was building something recently and that happened. And I literally just had to push harder. Think how stupid people are. They can do it. One thing with stupid people is that they have confidence. And even if stupid people break things, they don't care. I start thinking and I don't want to break things. The fact that the instructions for the boiler isn't always just right on the side of it makes no sense to me. Well, the booklet for this boiler is really thick. It's like a massive booklet. And it was like all about installing the boiler as well as like troubleshooting. It was a really thick one. Like, I don't think that booklet is for like regular people. Because the words they use are like complicated words. Have you seen that scene where hair comes out of the tap? I have not, and I don't ever want to see that. I'm not making up, it's a real thing. You are making up words, Duke. You are making up words. Just get a wooden oven and heat with it. You just need wood. The oven in this house or this flat is already like a fireplace. Boilers aren't that bad. Dealing with squirrels getting in your attic floorboard via gutters is trickier. Don't ask. That is very specific. A very specific example, wristwatch. Very specific example. Why did I just go to the balcony? Because in my flat, in all the places I've lived in Japan, the aircon is connected like to the balcony. Like there's two pieces, right? There's a piece that's obviously on the wall, but then there's like the big bit, and that big bit's outside, and the pipe is just like open and out there, and the water just goes in your balcony. And that's just the way it's always been in every single flat I lived in. It's all regulated to be similar enough, just like PCs. What? Boilers? Hello, chicken! The sacrifice anode is to prevent rusting and corrosion of the boiler. Is it actually called that? You'd rather deal with boys and rodents? I remember there were mice in my grandma's house. And she used to literally beat them with the... She would beat the mice with... She'd beat them with the broom and kill them. Or she'd literally just step on them and crush them. My grandma was crazy. She was so scary. I told you about the time that she put what is it called? Like that garden tool, that spike. She literally, there was a frog in our garden once, and she literally just stuck the spike in it and killed it in like one go. It was the most scariest thing ever. I don't know why my grandma's like that. She's so hardcore. She's crazy like my mom. I've never been given carbon monoxide poisoning by a squirrel. But you have with a boiler. That's actually right. There's no carbon monoxide. What's the word? Alarm? Detector here in this flat. The worst thing I've ever had to deal with pipes is the sinks in biology department moaning. Making funny sounds. I remember I had a mouse problem and they were not regular mice, they were ninja mice. Well, they're like super fast. I watched a video of like some Southeast Asian country, I think, and there's a massive... I think it was China. No, it was China. There was a massive rat in someone's house. They literally went outside, picked up a random stray cat, threw it at them, threw it at the rat, and then she just caught the rat and ran back outside. Free meal for the stray cat. Damn, she's fast. Yeah, my grandma was like she's the one with the ninja skills, with the way she just like literally kills like mice and frogs. Why frogs are friends? I actually don't know why she killed the frog. It was just in the garden, minding its own business. Like, I don't get it. It wasn't doing anything wrong. And I remember like I didn't even have a chance to stare at it for too long. It was because we were gardening, and I think I was like 10. We were gardening. We were like, I think I was doing the weeding and she was planting stuff. And like she moved like this bush, and the frog jumped out. And I think I got to look at it for a whole second. And I think that might have been the first time I saw a frog in real life, like actually in person. I remember looking at it for like 1 second before I literally saw... What is that tool called? The tool that looks like a spike. A garden tool. She literally just went, in 1 second, just went, stabbed it. And then just watched it splatter in front of my face. It was like very traumatizing for a 10-year-old me. Oh, you actually need a detector since you have gas. The property will fail its safety inspection for that. Oh wait, maybe there is one. I remember seeing when we moved in, there was like some really disgusting, dusty, dirty looking thing that needed to be plugged in, and it was on the windowsill. That must have been the carbon monoxide detector. Oh, that makes sense. A rake? I thought rakes are the ones that are like longer. The rakes have like multiple little prongs to rake in leaves. This is like just one single spike. A hoe? A pick? I think it might be just a pick. It might just be a pick. Frogs are so cute. We used to get loads of them in the garden when I was little. I don't even remember. I think it was like a yellowy brown frog. I remember the color. Good morning, knives. Alright, guys, I'm just gonna quickly get myself some water. Be right back. back. I got my water. I was thinking of getting ice cream too. I haven't eaten anything today. Maybe it was a toad? What's the difference between a frog and a toad? There's so many things I wanted to talk about today, and I forgot everything. Eat something? There's nothing. I say there's nothing. There's actually more food than I'm used to having. I feel like in Japan I have less stuff to eat, more options. And here there's like, okay, here I've got a loaf of bread. I have baked beans. I have 2 eggs. I have butter. I have jam. I have cheese. I could make a cheese toasty. I could make beans on toast. I could have toast with butter and jam. I could... I think those are my 3 options. Food to eat. I have... Oh, I have a baguette. Like 3 slices of a baguette. I have tomato soup. But everything requires me to make it. So basically, I have no food. Everything means I have to make it, which means I have nothing. That's how it works. That's how it works. I don't have like, you know, the energy to... I don't have the energy. Oh, sorry. I don't have the energy to make any food. I've been feeling very unwell lately. Especially yesterday I was feeling very, very unwell, and today I still don't feel very well. Physically or mentally, so it's like, I don't want to do anything. I can't be bothered to eat. But I do have ice cream though, and that's food. Toads are dry and frogs are wet. Do they visually look different? I'm gonna Google it right now. Toads versus frogs. I wrote frogs with a D. Frogs. Okay, frogs have wet, smooth skin, and they can have teeth? Frogs have teeth, guys. Toads have no teeth. They have short legs and dry, bumpy skin. I think it was a frog because I remember it had like wet-looking skin. Because I remember being like really creeped out by it. I think it might have been a frog. It looked slimy, so it must have been a frog. Wait, toads are cute. They're so fat. And they have no teeth. I can't believe... Wait, let me Google frog teeth. Frog teeth. Wait, frogs have really cute teeth. Frog teeth are quite cute. They're really small and sharp. Oh my god, they're really cute. Wait. Oh, I just saw a picture of someone forcefully opening a frog's mouth to show its teeth. Well, that's kind of cute. Not bad. But slimy, so it's disgusting. Jam and cheese sandwich. You should be sent to jail. Never say that ever again. In Japan, it's just those cheesy noodles staring you suddenly from under a pile of dust. I really, really wanted to bring them back to the UK. I really did. I just had 0 suitcase space. Well, space wasn't the issue. Weight was the issue. I only had 23 kilograms to bring back. So for some reason, that got full really fast. I don't know how, but everything else I brought back was 20. It's all my clothes and everything, 23 kilograms. So I didn't have, you know, weight space for the noodles. A fried egg sandwich. I was thinking of making beans on toast with a fried egg, but again, that requires me to actually have it to, you know, toast the bread, fry the egg, warm up the beans. I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy. You made rabbit curry? You cooked rabbit? Where did you get the rabbit from? Getting ready to go to the Texas Roadhouse with my mother in an hour. What's a Texas Roadhouse? Wait, you're a mom? Go to the real. I am a mom. I'm a single mom, in fact. Some form of Reddit is dead. I don't want to move. Make 3 slices of a baguette. They're in the freezer. So I have to like put them in the air fryer or oven or something. Just munch on plain bread, that's no effort. Yeah, but that's disgusting. Why would I want to fill up on disgusting calories? Grilled cheese with tomato soup does go hard though. Yeah, but then I have to make it. I literally have to make it. Guys, you don't understand. I have no energy. I have no energy to get up and make food. Like, I do it for my sister because I have to, but if it's for myself, I don't have to. That's why I don't do anything. Cheese toast and tomato soup is gotte meal. I think I wanted the baguette to have with my soup. That's why I put it in the freezer. Most frogs are toothless. Well, one of the differences is apparently that frogs have teeth. Toothy frog. Why did I write frog? Frogs scream. They scream? Wait, frogs make noises? I love frog. I think it was a frog. It looked slimy, so I'm sure it was a frog. There was this channel of a lady in Japan I used to watch and she had an entire room of frogs. That's so weird. That's really weird. Texas Roadhouse is a steakhouse chain. Ooh. The greatest steakhouse to do bread rolls to die for. Make sure you take pictures, Skit. Wait, didn't you say your mom can't eat solid food? You're taking it to a steakhouse? What's she gonna eat? Just mashed potatoes? Let's get McDonald's. So, I'm not opposed to ordering food online. However, I looked at like all the delivery apps. Uber Eats is the most expensive. And then there's Deliveroo and Just Eat. Both of them are so expensive. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking it's expensive because it's in pounds now. But everything costs about £3 more. Like every item on the menu is about 3 times more than it is if you got it in person. And then there's the service fee and delivery fee on top. And it makes me feel like when I see the price, I'm like, well, it's going to cost me that much just to order food. Like each item is £3 to £3.50 more. And then you've got to pay a service fee and a delivery fee on top of that. Like, I'm paying so much more. I'd rather not get it. I'd rather just not eat. I don't have money to spend like that. Hold on. Emma Ike? I'm assuming your name is. In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Thank you so much for 1 month of bite-sized chips. How do I say your name? Emma? M-A? M-I? There's a butcher that sells game in the village where I work, so I went and bought a rabbit on my lunch break. How much do they sell a rabbit for? Like a single rabbit. You'll have energy once you eat. The lack of energy I'm feeling is not from the lack of food. Because again, I'm not really physically moving around too much. Actually, I went to the doctors because I had to register to the doctors. I think it was last week. No, was it last week or this week? It might have been... No, it was this week. It was this week at some point. I went to the doctors and I had a health check. And they said I was like super like deficient in like vitamins and stuff. Now the things... Okay, so in the UK now... so medication used to be free under the NHS, but now you have to pay for like medication and stuff. So doctors literally tell you it's cheaper to buy certain things over the counter than them prescribing it to you, because there's like a base fee, like £9 or £10 or something for one item, and it doesn't matter what the item is, it will cost like that much, even if it's you can buy it over the counter cheaper. Like, let's say they prescribed you paracetamol. You can buy paracetamol for like, what, 50p or something, right? But you'll have to pay £10 if it's prescribed. So they'll tell you, oh, yeah, it's better if you buy it over the counter. So I had like I have a lot of deficiencies, nutrient deficiencies. And you know what the doctor told me? She was like, oh, yeah, you should probably go on some very like, you know, strong multivitamins, and you need like, you need a lot of like, you know, iron and stuff like that as well. And then she said, oh, I actually suggest Pregnacare. Pregnacare is supplement that pregnant women take, because obviously when they're like pregnant, babies like use a lot of like you know, nutrients, right? I laughed so hard because like she doesn't know I'm a single mother to my own sister. And then I thought fertility medication? No, it's not fertility. It's basically a multivitamin, but really highly packed in like all the vitamins and nutrients and stuff, and also like folic acid and you know, iron and all that, because obviously when you're pregnant, your baby needs a lot of it. Because what happens when you're pregnant, right? Your baby's a leech. Your baby like starts like sucking up all the nutrients that you should have, and that's why like a lot of women, right, when they're pregnant, like their hair falls out, their teeth fall out, like things like their body starts breaking down because the baby starts taking all the resources for itself. And that's why you need to take prenatal vitamins and stuff while you're pregnant, so it your body can actually survive as well. So she said like the state of my body is so, like she said like you need to take like something like prenatal vitamins, like have everything, because like you're really deficient. So she's like, I could prescribe it to you, but it's probably cheaper if you bought something like pregnant care. And I was like but I'm not pregnant. She's like, yeah, it's fine, but you know, you need like folic acid and stuff anyway, and you really need iron and stuff, so you should just probably take that as the cheapest one. And I thought, wow, that's actually so cool that she said that to me, because like I would have bought like a whole bunch of random like vitamins and have to take like a vitamin cocktail. But you could just take this one vitamin, the pregnant care one, and it'll give you everything. So guys, I'm like not pregnant, but I'm on prenatal vitamins, guys. Yep, I might officially become a single mother, but like no baby, but still. Officially kind of like single mother, but I don't know. I was trying to make a joke somewhere here. Have you never had a frog croak? Oh yeah, I've had it croak, but he said scream, so you know. I've never heard the screaming frog. She's got dentures now. Oh, so your mom's got teeth now. It's mad expensive, definitely expensive. Yeah, like all the delivery stuff here is really expensive. Like I thought it was expensive in Japan, but it's like extra expensive here. Third parties, deliveries, fees, and then tip are crazy. Well, at least we don't have to tip here. You got too used to the cheap food in Japan. I did, but also I have no money. Like, guys, I don't have a job here. I think we're all forgetting something quite important. At least in Japan, I hacked, so you know I got some money from hacking. Here, I can't hack yet. And I don't have any hacking, so I have no money. I don't have money to spend, so I've got to be really careful. Frozen food is the cheapest. Don't get me started. You're going to actually trigger me. There's like 2 tiny drawer spaces in the freezer. I can't stash frozen food here. And it makes me so mad because this freezer's so tiny. Like the fridge section is bigger than the freezer. But I would rather the freezer section was bigger. Because, you know, another thing I want to talk about, right, is like, I keep forgetting that food here is really fresh. Like in Japan, right, foods are so preserved. Like milk will last me like over a month. Bread will last over a month. Like everything lasts so long in Japan because it's just packed full of preservatives. Whereas here, because of like the really strict food regulations, everything has little to no preservatives. So I had like a pack of sausages in the fridge. I swear I've only had them for a week. Tell me how they've already gone off. I went to see them in the fridge today. I was saying, oh, at least I can try and eat some sausages or something. The skin had gone all tacky and sticky, and like it started getting moldy already. And my milk! I only had the milk in the fridge for like 5 days, and it went off. I keep forgetting it's different. Things are different around here. Bread as well. Like I had a loaf of bread, and the bread started molding on day 4. It's so unfair. Like, you know, Japan was good in that sense. Everything was so preserved that someone like me, who like eats once a day or once every 2 days, can still have food because the food won't go off. It's always double, but might as well. You're paying for the laziness. If I had a job, if I was hacking or something, it's fine. I'd pay for the laziness. I have no issues doing that, but I don't at the moment, which is the issue. I pay roughly 15 euros more if I use Uber Eats. Yes. Which is, again, fine if you have the money, but, like, I don't. We'll hire you a personal chef or maid. £8.50 per bunny. Wow. Is the rabbit big? Big enough for £8.50? Did they tell you to have enough iron? Yes, I did a blood test. I was very brave. I hope you guys are proud of me because you know I'm very, very scared of needles. I had a blood test. And then I only got the results back today anyway. So, yeah, I had a blood test, iron levels. But iron level, okay. My iron levels are not that low. They're low, but not like that low. They're low enough where it's actually affecting certain parts of my body. For example, like, I'm actually losing hair. Like, my hair is falling out a lot, which is really weird. And it's not, okay, if it was like balding, it's usually a patterned hair loss, but it's more like my hair is like falling. It's more of a hair fall from overall, which is usually due to a deficiency, like some sort of vitamin deficiency. So, and they said, yeah, your iron levels are not so low, but they're like low enough where your iron is going to every other part of your body but your hair, because obviously your hair is not very useful for your body, right? So when your iron levels are like a certain level and it's quite low, they'll like it'll cut off the iron supply to your hair basically. And obviously lack of protein. I'm not eating enough. I'm not getting enough protein. So
keeping this server running. Prepaid hacking contract.
Guys, who was that? Oh, who's hackers for hire? Who was it? Who was it? Not even prepaid hacking contract. Guys, don't do this. Please don't do this. No, please don't do that. I'll once I've settled down and I'll start hacking again. I just need to, you know, work on. I'm very behind on streaming stuff at the moment. I had like a big meeting yesterday and so much I had to do. I just need to get on top of things again, and then I'll start looking for hacking jobs, guys. Please don't do that. Whoever did that, I'm sorry you felt compelled to do that. Please don't feel bad. Listen, no one's entitled to like take out food and Uber Eats and all that. Even me, I'm not entitled to. You don't have to feel bad for me or anything. There's baked beans and food at home. I'm just tired. Like it's not like I'm starving. I've got food. It's not like I'm starving. So don't worry about it. Like please don't worry about me. I'm an adult. I have to take care of myself. I don't want to make you guys feel like you have to take care of me. Please take care of yourselves first. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hackers for hire. Thank you. Not beating the mom allegations. Fish pregnante. You know what? Imagine I start taking them and the baby starts getting like forming in my tummy. Then what? What then, guys? What then, guys? Huh? What if a vitamin baby starts forming? Oh, that just gave me really bad. Oh, I remember a story I saw on the news like a billion years ago. Some woman gave birth to. Well, she was pregnant with. She gave birth to a baby, but that baby was supposed to be a twin. But that baby absorbed their twin, and the twin was in that baby's stomach. And then when it was born, it had like a really, really big stomach. And as it grew older, like it was like a tumor in their stomach. And they had to like, you know, do surgery on that kid. And they found the twin inside. And that twin already had like formed teeth and hair and stuff. And it had like cells and everything that was still like alive. And it was like taking nutrients from their twin. It was so weird. Oh my god, why did I have visuals of that? Get out my head! Get out my head! Okay, never mind. Once you reach a certain number of items, I think 3, you can buy a prepayment card which is cheaper. What, for medications on the NHS? What, as in like they make each item cheaper? The doctor is like, time to be a single mom for real. No, the doctor told me that actually a lot of people who have vitamin deficiencies take things like prenatal vitamins because like they're just cheaper. And she said like it's quite common, especially like nowadays, because there's a cost of living crisis in the UK. A lot of people have deficiencies because of that. And she said that a lot of people take because with prenatal vitamins they're very cheap. Like for a 3-month supply, it costs £10. And she said that's why she always suggests like prenatal vitamins to people to buy over the counter, because it's cheaper than, you know, getting it over the NHS. And it helps with the deficiencies. You're vitamin deficient enough for 2. I've been stressed, guys. You don't understand like how stressed I've been. I just want my life. I wish my life was just back to how it was before. You know, just hacking and streaming in my own flat in Japan. Like I dream of having my old life back. I got my vitamin D level checked once, and they found I have 0 vitamin D and prescribed me a massive... Yeah, a lot of British people have to take vitamin D. That's like a must for all British people. So pregnancy has the same effects as scurvy? Yes, exactly. Because scurvy is the same thing as vitamin deficiency, right? And well, scurvy is because, you know, lack of eating and other stuff. But pregnancy happens because the baby just sucks out all those nutrients for itself. Pregnancy is so glamorous. Like, honestly, if you don't take care of yourself while pregnant... Like, I used to be so... Like, when I used to see the horror stories when I was young, I was like, oh, why would I ever want to be pregnant? Why would I ever want to have kids? Because it's like, I've seen the stories of women's hair falling out, teeth falling out, other stuff happening. I didn't realize, obviously, when I was younger, that it was because of vitamin deficiencies. So now, obviously, in this, you know, generation, there's better care for pregnant women, so that stuff doesn't happen. But especially if like the women have like, I don't know, even gum disease and stuff. I remember studying, because when I did medicine, I remember we studied this as well. Especially like if women have like gum disease and stuff, like their teeth just fall out while they're pregnant. Is that so scary? Every mother experiences that pregnancy. I'm the single mother without being pregnant or having my own kid. How's the job search going? I've not had time to look. I've literally not had time to look. Move back to Japan? I would love to. I really would. You're back on the good old 1-week timer? What does that mean? Oh, for the food? Yeah. No, I think it's like less than a week. It might be less. Zombie meat sandwiches? Yes, I miss those zombie meat sandwiches in Japan. I miss it so much. Oh, but when America has breaded last month, it's a biohazard. Well, America and Japan are pretty much the same, I think, when it comes to like super preserved food. Once every 2 days, how are you still alive? I haven't gone out much. Like, when I've gone out, it's only to go to the supermarket or go to the doctors or something. I've not actually like gone out far. Because, hold on. My stepdad's calling me. I'm back. Just checking if I was okay. So, anyway, he was checking if I was okay, and he asked if I needed any shopping, but I already did the shopping online. It's gonna arrive tomorrow when my sister's back, so it'll be all fresh for her. Crimzone09, welcome to the bite-sized ships. Welcome, Crimzone. Stress will do that to you. Stress will do that to you. Stress as well sounds like stress related. The hair loss. Stress will also make your hair fall out, and it probably is stress as well. Probably is stress. That's something I can't help, obviously, because I'm in a very, very stressful position right now. But I can help the vitamin deficiency, so I will take some supplements to help with that. I just have to, with the stress. I'm hoping, like, I don't know. All I can do is stay positive. With me, right, I deal with things in a very, like, problem-based way. Like, for me, I've got to solve problems, right? So, once this problems are solved, I won't be stressed. That's good of him. It's his duty. It's his kid. His kid, so of course he needs to do shopping for his own kid. It's not good of him. That's just his job. It's still his kid. Anyway, stop ranting. Hold on. Didn't you complain about having to adult a while ago? Wait, I'm really behind in the comments. What was that referring to? The plot of a horror movie? I did not need to know that. What a terrible day to understand words. It was the picture that was really disgusting. Going back to the talk about that twin who absorbed its own baby. The picture was really disgusting. It was literally a ball, like a mass of like cells and like a meat. It was a ball of meat with like teeth and nails and hair sticking out. I saw that, I remember. Oh, Cole, you know the story? It was so disgusting. It looked like it basically looked like a meatball with hair, nails, and teeth. I think it might have had a formed eyeball as well. It was really scary. Thanks for the nightmare fuel for my imagination, Fish. I needed it. You're welcome. You're welcome. If I had to know it, you guys had to know it too. Buying one of each vitamin. Even I'm going to take prenatal now. I think there's a male version. Because things like folic acid, I don't think men need it. But they do have a male version of like every single like vitamin you need packed into one pill. The prepayment prescription card is unlimited. Like £32 for 3 months or £114 for 12 months. Oh yeah, no, I remember they did have them back then as well. I just never had to use it, I think. No, I did need to use it. I remember because before I moved to Japan, I always needed medicine. And I was on a prepayment card. I remember it now. But it was cheaper back then. Will prenatal vitamins help me grow my hair back? I thought you shaved your head bald, Taco. But thank you for 8 months. Tummy Taco. They have a lack of vitamin D because the sun only comes out 4 times a year. You know, you're trying to be funny, but yes. Because there's like less sun here. Yeah, literally, it's a thing in Google. Like British people have to be on vitamin D supplements. My brother and I took a tooth each from my mom. Wait, what? So when your mom was pregnant with you guys, she lost a tooth? I told you it's a real thing, guys. Pregnant women lose teeth. It's scary. Any women here, don't get pregnant. Just don't have kids. You're gonna lose your teeth and your hair. A friend of mine had third degree tearing when she gave birth. Why do I read that? I don't want to read that. I don't want to read stuff like that. Guys, I don't want to read stuff like this. I don't want to read stuff like this. Guys, never get pregnant. Never have kids. But yes, women do tear. Obviously, they're going to tear. It's like a small hole down there. And there's a big baby head and limbs and body coming out. Of course they're going to tear, aren't they? And there is degrees of tearing. And after they give birth, they have to get stitched up. They literally have to get stitches down there to like stitch it all up. It's disgusting. It's so disgusting. America has different standards on expired. Well, there's best before and then there's expiry. Like when milk starts smelling weird and gets lumpy, it's expired. You still need nutrition to exist. I'm eating once a day. I'm eating like once a day. Just once every 2 days when things get bad, you know? When things get really bad. Please do not refer to it as a ball of meat. Meatballs are in for food. It literally looked like a ball of meat. It had a twisted, deformed foot. Oh yeah, it was okay. It was basically a ball of meat with like random limbs and hair and teeth and nails sticking out of it. It literally looked like something out of a nightmare. I think most of you people watching a live stream right now are single men. Yeah, well, you know, in the future, I'm sure single men can get pregnant or something. I don't know. It'll give birth out your butthole. Like, you know, I'm sure it will happen in the future. This is future warning. It was actually sunny this week. I saw the sun twice this week. Out from the window. I don't want to read stuff like this. She says that she tells us things we don't want to hear about. Cyber, bro. Shut up! Go to your dinner with your mum. Don't forget the husband stitch. The what? What's a husband stitch? Why are you empregging right now, Zaku? What kind of soup is you describing? The spooky soup. Okay, let's talk about a different subject. VTubers dream of a future with Mpreg. I don't dream. No, guys, hold on. Let's not misunderstand here. Let's not go too far. I am anti-Mpreg. I am not into this sort of stuff for the Omegaverse things. All right. Let's not go too far right now. Okay. Let's not go too far. All right. Husband stitches vasectomy. It's effed up extra stitch post-pregnancy? What? I don't understand what you're talking about. I think we're all looking forward to the birth of little Dweem and Dweemist. Oh yeah! Let's talk about District V. It's over, guys. Did you guys enjoy Sia and Court? Is this my first stream after the... Wait a second. Is this my very first stream after District V? I'm gonna check my own channel right now. Oh my goodness, it is. Well, that was only 3 days ago. Hasn't been that long. Yeah, guys! Did you... Oh yeah, there was a Dweemer karaoke today. There was? Did I miss it? Dweemer's karaoke? What the heck? I missed it. Anyway, let's go back to what I was saying. Did you guys enjoy District V? Did you enjoy Sia and Court? Did you guys get scared by Sia? Was Sia scary? Did anyone get like triggered or something? Feels like we haven't had a fish stream in 2 weeks. I literally streamed like last week, didn't I? I think I did. I've been yearning for this. I enjoyed Sia's antics. It's been all Sia with a single fishy island. I streamed last week, I think. You couldn't catch any of Sia's streams. I thought like some of you guys just deliberately didn't watch it. I thought some of you guys was like, oh no, I'm not into this whole District V thing. I'm going to just skip it. I enjoyed Sia. District V was technically a sequel since Dreamer was at a previous RP. Oh really? How do you guys know that? I'm very behind with Sia's adventures. Sia was just a bit of a handful. She was a bit evil, but you know, I think she turned kind of good at the end. She kind of turned good. So, you know, at the end of the day, she reformed. Sia was such a terror. It was very funny watching her extort money out of people. Listen, her ultimate goal was to do like insurance fraud, but everyone just kept paying. But she couldn't do it. she couldn't take them to court. Sia scared me, but it was fun to watch her interact with others. Wait, so okay, I learned that a lot of people got genuinely triggered by Sia. Like, a lot of people actually got like actually scared. You know, I think it's like people who must have worked in the service industry and like had like actual like experience with Karens. So, and obviously my acting was just amazingly, you know, accurate. Other VTubers, you mean? No, one of the... Okay, other VTubers, but also, like, one of the mods told me she got scared as well. She said, like, she got, like, she got genuinely scared. So... she got genuinely scared by my acting. But yeah. I felt kind of bad. I thought, okay, maybe this is not the sort of character I should do next time, because it seems some people actually take it seriously, even if they don't mean to. Like, they get, like, I guess the real word triggered, you know. Some people actually get triggered. Like, it triggers like some trauma for them. And I thought, okay, maybe this is not a good sort of character to roleplay. I thought it was funny because I thought people like laugh at Karens all the time, and it's supposed to be like a, you know, it's just like easy to copy that sort of character because you know you see it all the time on social media, so you can like easily like act as that sort of character. But I guess I should have thought about other people and you know realized, oh, maybe they won't like it, because obviously when it comes to like, you know, LAN or people who know me like Kazumi, Juna, LAN, like they know. Oh, even what's his name, Haka, right? Like they know what I'm like, so obviously they know I'm just acting, and they know that it's just like a hee hee ha ha, like, you know, funny thing, and they didn't take it seriously. But there's a lot of people here who don't know me, and there's also a lot of people in District V who just weren't roleplaying; they were just being themselves. So they didn't. I guess they maybe thought I was being myself. It's why, you know, when Dreamer or Frayed, right? He was saying to that pinkhead officer, he's like, her name is Sia in court, by the way. Her name is Sia in court. Like he was trying to tell her, like low-key trying to say, she's acting. She's being like, you know, she's being like this because she's acting as like, you know, an annoying person who's trying to take everyone to court. But obviously she wasn't like getting it. So people who get it and know like what I'm like obviously knew it was just an act, and well, I didn't take it seriously at all. But then there's people who didn't know that and they actually got triggered by it. So I thought, okay, maybe it's better I don't act as that kind of like such a confrontational character next time. But I don't know, like everything I wanted to do, because I'm not an actor, right? And for me, it was easier to act as something I've experienced in. So for example, like I could have done EMS because I have medical experience and knowledge, and I wanted to be a lawyer because I don't have like, you know, actual school knowledge of law, but you know, I've studied a lot of laws by myself, so I have some sort of knowledge of law. Not actual court knowledge, but I have like, you know, solicitor knowledge, I guess. I don't know. So I wanted to work in like one of those two fields, but because they were like chosen beforehand, I wasn't able to. And I thought, well, what am I going to do? So that's why. And also even police, right? I would have wanted to be a police officer because, again, while I don't have actual police experience, I was in the London Metropolitan Police Cadets for like 5 years of my life. So I have like, you know, even police experience, police, EMS, law. Like these 3 roles would have been really good for me, especially because I'm not the type of person to do crime. I'm really not the criminal type of person. Like even acting is like really hard for me to do like crime and stuff. So I really wanted to have like one of those civilian, like, you know, like whitelist job roles, but because they were all pre-chosen, I couldn't. So I had no choice but to be like a civilian. But I'm really glad that Lan and Tiger took me in for the Vanilla Unicorn, because if I had like no group to join, I probably would have stopped playing like pretty early on. Like I probably would have messed around, going around like to the theme park and stuff like that to just hang out with you guys. But then I would have, you know, given up after that, I think, because I'm not really like the whole like serious criminal thing. I don't think I can do that. I'm not that type of person. So I think it would have been hard for me to roleplay that type of person. So yeah, it's I don't know. CEO was so evil, there's no need for the demons to give ideas. I hate you so much for telling me to put everything on 31. I'll never forget that. A little accurate catboy gaslighting. Okay, that was funny. That was really funny. Going to the cat cafe to like scam the workers there was actually funny. I had fun doing that. People laugh at Karens until they get Karened, then it's scary. Yeah, they're freaking Karened in RP. Just react how your character would react to it, Karen, right? Like, punch her. Punch her if she's been... But to be honest, everything that I Karened over was actually stuff where I was technically, like, in the right. I mean, that's how... She wasn't even a Karen. She was being an actual, like, insurance fraud artist, almost. So I think that's what made it harder. There was legitimately, like, not... Because obviously, I'm very good at seeing loopholes. That's why I would have been such a good lawyer, but I'm very, very good at seeing loopholes. So it's very hard to actually fight back against because I'm not technically in the wrong. So that's why. I think the disconnect was a stern British voice. Yes, actually, about a couple of people told me that. 3 people told me that it was my accent, I guess, that made it scary for them because it was... The accent made me sound scary. Like, yeah, if I did it all in like, in a tweamer voice like this, and maybe people wouldn't take me seriously, but... Yeah, my accent apparently was scary. But obviously those who are used to hearing how I am, like, you know, Lan and everyone, they didn't take it seriously at all. So it's, again, people who didn't know me who took me seriously. The acting with CFM Murder's Body, though, that was absolute peak. I really enjoyed the acting, actually. I really enjoyed it. I was like, oh, I felt really cool there. I felt I had my little emo moment. It's funny to the point where it gets too real. Yeah, but that's the whole point of, like, acting. Acting has to be real, otherwise it's not good acting, is it? That's what I don't get. Like, isn't the whole point of acting that it's supposed to seem really realistic? Karens are laughable from a third perspective as a bystander. As the one dealing with the Karen, they're a pain. Yeah, I mean, I guess it was the ones, like, directly dealing with me that were, like, you know, upset or whatever. I roleplayed once. My mom had a murder mystery party and I was a German doctor. Roleplaying is hard. It is hard. Like, I mean, it wasn't even easy for me. I'm sure I broke character a lot. So, do you think actually gave her the money to pay you off? I mean, I don't care who the money came from. As long as she got the money, as long as she got the money, that's what mattered. It's an RP server, though. Yeah, it is an RP server, but a lot of people would just join just to have fun, I guess. But, you know, a lot of people did also take RPing seriously in that server. And I think most of the people I encountered, like most, were actually role-playing. Like, you remember that guy? The other insurance for profit margins? Profit margins? That was really... His acting was really good. He was actually really good. I was really impressed. Acting as a master gaslighter just came naturally. Okay, see, that. Okay, fine. I was having a laugh. You know, gaslighting is me just having a laugh. Not fisted for crime, she says, after trying to tag him with robbers during a bank heist. Okay, no. Listen. I just wanted to know how it worked, Ducky. I just wanted to know how it worked. I was just curious. Guys, my time is running out. I forgot to tell you, I have a meet and greet in an hour. And before you say, what meet and greet? It was literally just, like, told to me, like, yesterday, like, oh, there's spare slots in something called Anime Milwaukee. I think, did I pronounce that correctly? Milwaukee? Advanced GG are there. And they're like, oh, you can do meet and greets. Is anyone free for meet and greet? And I said, okay, me. And that's, like, in 1 hour, so I have to leave in 40 minutes. Sorry, I just have to let you guys know before I continue. The first thing that threw me off when I met Sia was the physics. She looked very different from Fish. Well, obviously, Sia and Fish are very different. They're two different people. I like the murder eulogy and soliloquy. But murders, I used murders, like, you know, body, death for my own means. I feel kind of bad. But I don't think he cared. It's fine. Stern British people sound like villains. It's just natural. That's why American movies, they always make British people the villain. Who told me that? Someone told me that. Yeah, they're like, yeah, it's because, like, you know, American people see British people as villains. They're always the villains in the American movies. So I should have known that. I should have known. The murder death arc was so good. That was Sia's character development. Got me to tear up a little. Yeah, rubbing my hands right now. I actually rewatched that section and I was so mad. Like, it would have been so good. But it's the damn, like, you could hear my laptop fan just roaring in the background. So every time I was talking, there was like, shh, in the background behind me. It sounded like I was in a damn airport or something. It literally is such a... I was trying to aura farm, but it just, like, aura killed. Because all the loud shh in the background. It was so annoying. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. Let me just wrap up this talk and I'll talk about that. Realistic doesn't exactly mean entertaining. That's a good point. That's a very good point. So I should probably roleplay as something a bit more entertaining next time. But you know what? It's my first time, so I'm not being too harsh on myself. At the end of the day, like, it's my first time. And I think I've learned from this experience, and I'll just do something else next time. So Sia's never gonna come back. I watched Dreamer's POV for the murder mystery stream after your stream to see if you did investigate. Yeah, even though if it's an RP server, the way people RP is also very different from group to group. Well, role-playing to me is just acting, right? It's just pure, like, acting. You're role-playing another role, but some people just weren't role-playing. They were just being themselves. So they just weren't role-playing at all. And they acknowledged they weren't role-playing. Like, they literally used their actual names, like their VTuber names, copied their own appearance, and they just spoke as themselves. So it doesn't matter, though, because obviously me, I'm going to treat them as someone I don't know. Milwaukee? I don't know how it's pronounced. Is it Milwaukee? 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 Is that how it's pronounced? I feel like a lot of modern entry-level RPers start off RPing as themselves and assuming everyone else is too. Well, I don't know the experience of RP with a lot of these people, but I think a lot of them just wanted to have fun messing around and just like having fun with their friends. So, they weren't RPing. That feeling when an RP event is a litmus test for how good your kayfabe? Kayfabe? Am I saying that right? What is kayfabe? It's always the British. I know! I'm just victimized! Americans yearn to be scolded by Brits. That's why Super Nanny and Gordon Ramsay are so popular over there. Is it because I'm not Gordon Ramsay or I don't sound like Super Nanny? That's why they hate me. I was laughing. You're laughing at the fan in the background. I hate you. You know how much you killed the whole, like, you know, scene. You did pretty well here for the first time. Well, I need to think about a different character if there's ever going to be a next time. Milwaukee. Okay, it's pronounced as Milwaukee. Yes, anime Milwaukee event soon, so I need to do a meet and greet. Next time you can be a single mother coming to the visit to look for her daughter. But what is a single mother archetype? See, that's the thing. Like, you guys think it's easy just to be some random character. You've got to think of an archetype. Like, there's a reason why certain characters were so good. Like, for example, even Dreamer, right? Dreamer may not have had, like, some, you know, big story arc. But Dreamer was basically, like, if District V was a TV drama, Dreamer would have been the main character. His character, the way his character was portrayed, or he portrayed his character Dreamer, was so, like, main character. Like, he wasn't bland or boring, but he also wasn't, like, you know, having some big plots that took away from everything else. Like, he had, like, plots with everyone, basically. And I think that's what made his character amazing. And then let's talk about, what was his name? Solomon Serpico, the police chief. He was acting as, like, a guy from Essex, like a dad who lost his wife and had only a daughter left. And then I was quite impressed because, okay, there's most of those people in that server were American, right? And they probably thought, oh, haha, he's just doing a funny British accent. But British people would know he was actually acting like a guy from Essex. He was talking like a guy from Essex. He was acting like a guy from Essex. Like, his acting was really good. And I think what made his character so, like, the peak of it, like, the actual amazing gap that made the character so good was those little, like, TikTok or trendy videos he was doing. It's like that feel when you walk into the police department and you see Dreamer bald. Like, when he was doing that and those, like, TikTok, I was actually genuinely impressed. I was genuinely impressed. I was like, this is really good. Like, you can tell this guy has experience. Like, he knows how to act. Like, he knows how to write a good character. And it's not simply as, oh, just act like a single dad. Act like a guy from Essex. You have to act as an archetype. So when you think of single mother, like, what do you think? What's the archetype you think of? It's why I played a Karen, because Karens are so easy to archetype. You know what a Karen is like. You know how the Karen speaks, how a Karen is combative. Like, you know the archetype of a Karen. So that's why it's, you know, it's easy to, like, act as an archetype. and everyone's familiar with it. And that's why Dreamer was really good as well. Well, other characters as well. Oh, Anya. Anya was so good for that reason too. Because she was like your typical really sexy, beautiful lady, like smart, kick-ass, like, but then the whole like running gag of her never being able to get a date. Like that was so expertly like done. Like I don't even know if she did it like deliberately, but it was so good. It was so good. So I was really impressed with how a lot of people like portrayed their characters like actual experts, like really good skills. I was so impressed, and it really inspired me. It really inspired me. Oh, there's a knock on the door. I'll be right back. That was really weird. I shouldn't have even gone down because I didn't order anything, so nothing should have... No one should have been knocking. I didn't open the door, but I was asking who it was. And then I opened the letterbox to see if there's anyone outside, and there's no one. That was super scary. Yeah, I didn't order anything. Nothing should have come. Scary. Very scary. Anyway, can't remember what I was saying. But I was basically saying how, hold on. Hold on. I want a TV drama with Joking as a main character. Joking and Dreamer had very main character energy. Like, they were written quite well. They were written quite well. So, they were definitely written like main character characters. Sathika had amazing British cop energy. Yeah, he really did. Like, it was really good. I was really impressed. And that's the thing. Like, I already wrote about this, like, a really long tweet. But I honestly feel really blessed that I got to take part in this event, because I was able to be surrounded by so many, like... I was able to be surrounded by so many, like, amazing actors. Like, really amazing actors. Like, just really amazing talents being able to, like, roleplay so well. And it really inspired me and made me think, oh, I need to do better. I want to be like that too one day. Her posting on Twitter made it sound not deliberate. I thought she was actually upset about not getting a date. Yeah, okay, fine. That part wasn't deliberate. It wasn't deliberate, the fact that no date thing, and she was actually upset about it. But in the sense of a character, it was actually so good. Like, it was actually like, you know, it's kind of like the whole like jokes write themselves thing. It's like her character wrote itself in that sense. So I was quite impressed. I was quite impressed, even though it wasn't deliberate. But I think I think like if it was a book or like a movie or something, that sort of character wouldn't get the date, but then they'll be like, you know, screw men, I'm an independent woman who don't need no man kind of thing. Like, you know, that's kind of like how that sort of character ends up, I think. You good fit? Yes. Do I not look fine? But yeah, I was really impressed by how well the characters were done and how well people acted. I actually wanted to write like a thank you to like certain people who or not thank you, but more like I noticed you guys are good at acting. I just want to call you out for being so good. Yeah, Ryan, actually, yeah, so I'm just looking at the list. Ryan was also so good. The one that, like, you know, Ryan Jenner Coolidge. Like, he was, like, basing his character off, what's her name, Jennifer Coolidge, the actress. And the way he did the accent. And I think what impressed me about him was the lines he came out with. Like, when he fell and got injured, he's like, oh, there goes my second nose job. Like, that was so good. Like, these, like, and he's like, oh, she's got more silicone than I do in my pecs or something like that. Like these sort of like like lines that he just came out with, and I was just so impressed. Like, you know, how people can just come up with these sort of things on the fly. I was really impressed. And then there was May. Oh my god, Granny May. I'll admit, when I first started and I heard Granny May's voice, I was really shaken. I was like, what the hell is that? Like, that is clearly a man. Like, that is a man putting on a creepy voice and I'm scared. But I quickly adjusted to the character, because then it did sound like a woman who had smoked too much and had like a really deep, raspy voice like that. And the whole like creepy, scary sort of sound to it actually fit with the character. And the more I heard, and the more like he or she or whatever, I don't know, Granny May is a woman, so the more like she spoke, and I don't know, the character was written so well. Like, she came off as a scary mafia granny who smoked too much. And like, you know, the more like she developed the character and like, you know, spoke about her kids and stuff, it felt so real. Like, May felt like an actual real character. Like, I was really impressed by that too. And oh, another one I really liked was well, even Murder. Like, Murder was really good as well, right? Okay, I'm gonna admit, in the beginning, Murder was like very Murder, like, you know, I'm just a little emo white boy. And okay, it was like a joke character at first, sure. But I think towards the end, he just kind of turned into Haka, so but at least in the beginning, I think it was really good. He was like, you know, me, like the little boy who ran away from home. Wasn't too fan of Grandma May, but I came to really like her. Yeah, I was same, Zaki, and that's what I mean. I think that's what made it so amazing. Like, he did that character so well, and I even ended up liking the character, and like, I thought that was quite cool. That was quite cool how I ended up liking the character. All right, I only have about 20 minutes left. Let me just double check the server thing. Let me see. Okay, yes, Yoe reminded me I've got the meeting really soon. Alright, okay, hold on. There's a lot of new people here today in the stream. Oh, since there's new people, I'm gonna shamelessly plug my voice pack, !VP. Guys, if you haven't listened to my Valentine's voice pack, you should do that. You should definitely get my voice pack. Because apparently only 20 of you did, so you should definitely get it if you haven't. It's really good, I worked hard on it. Anyway, I'm gonna lie, Murder was pretty annoying at the start, like when he wouldn't give his ID. I don't know, like I thought that part was kind of funny, like the way it developed was really funny. And I think the reason why he didn't give his ID is because he did exactly what I did. just put his birthday at 2000 because I think Sia was supposed to be 28, and you know, when it came to the whole like date of birth thing, I just like I didn't know it would be on the ID, so I just did a random one, and yeah. I didn't realize it was gonna be ID. I don't think Murder did either. That's why. The boy band bit was fun as well. Oh my god, I loved the Soju boys. They were so damn funny. And I admit, I kind of felt like I broke character because I wanted to act like one of those, like... Actually, I didn't break character. I just thought, oh, it'd be really funny if Sia's, like, you know, was, like, one of those K-pop fans. One of the ones going, oh my god! Wow! It's BTS! It's like jumping and going crazy because I'm not that type of person, so I thought it'd be funny if Sia was. So I did, like, kind of mess around a bit and pretend that I was, like, super into the Soju boys. I think it was really funny. Like, that part I found really funny and I enjoyed it. The funniest murder moment for me was when the burger people were complimenting his art and he replies, thanks, I'm emo. I think he's just a very good entertainer, hacker, so he was very good at playing murder. But I actually kind of liked, you know, how silly murder was. The drawn ID was good. Yeah, that was so funny. Like, especially how fast he did that. Plus, plug that drink of yours and your fish code too. The Dippin' Dots one is finished. Dippin' Dots is done now. But it's March. Every day can be Valentine's Day. Also, White Day's coming up. So it's basically Valentine's Day time 2. You know, point 2. But yes, get the voice pack, guys. You should get the voice pack. Exclamation mark VP. I worked hard on it. Please get it if you haven't already. If you want to support me, that's how you support me. The ID bit was hilarious, especially when Neil got fed up and just carried him onto the road. It was that silence, that really long silence, and he just like said, I had enough. He's like, no, please don't give me the job. Like, that part was really funny. I love Neil's reactions. He got rage so many times. That was really funny. That was so funny. But yeah, anyway. Oh god, I've got 20 minutes. What was I gonna say? 25 minutes. I guess I can be 25. I was gonna talk about future plans, like what's gonna happen from now on. I think from doing the GTA event, I really learnt the limitations of my laptop I'm on. If I run games on this laptop and stream, like even right now, the fan is loud, but it's not as loud as when a game is running. And running a game and OBS and another, like, you know, my webcam software is really stressful on my laptop. And you know what? At the end of the day, it's a laptop. And laptops are not meant to, I guess, do such heavy things, right? It uses a lot of, like, resources to run 3 intensive softwares, right? So it's natural that the laptop is going to, like, struggle a bit, especially when it comes to, like, heat management too. And this whole thing, me being here using a laptop, was supposed to be temporary, but it's looking like I'm gonna be here until October. And I don't think I can't kill this laptop off, because I need this laptop for when I actually need to go abroad. Like, for example, when it comes to, you know, other conventions I need to be at, like, I would actually need the laptop for those times, right? So I don't want to have to kill off my laptop by pushing it to its limit every day or like multiple times a week by streaming games. So I actually don't know what to do. Like, I've literally, obviously my option at what I should be doing, I should buy a new PC, right? But I'm gonna be honest, obviously I don't have, like, I shouldn't, I mean, I don't know. I had to spend a lot of money, obviously, moving back to the UK. It wasn't easy or cheap. And right now, I don't have hacking. So I'm in a bit of a... Exactly, buying a new PC right now is kind of... Like, I was looking, and to get a PC that will be future-proof, at least, like, for me, especially because I'm a streamer, right? But I needed to get a new one anyway, because I've had the one in Japan for about 5 years. And while it works and runs everything very well, which is why I haven't upgraded, there are some limitations on that PC. Like even running GTA RP probably on that PC probably would have, you know, also stressed it out. But at least, you know, it would have been easier than on this laptop. Anyway, so I needed to upgrade. I just haven't, but obviously now I'm really feeling it. This laptop cannot handle it, heavy duty stuff, and I don't want to like break my laptop or kill it off or give it a what's the word? I can't English. I don't want to cut down its lifetime by overusing it, because I still need it. I paid a lot of money for this laptop as well. But looking at PCs, they're like £3,500. I'm like, what the hell? Like, this is the worst. I feel really unlucky. I'm gonna be honest. I feel so unlucky. Like everything's happening to me at the worst time. Like when the PC prices now are just abysmal, and that's when I need a PC during this time, and I'm just mad about it. I really am. So I don't know what to do. Like, is this a valuable use of the chip funds? Very important to you. I don't have... You guys probably overestimate how much I have in the chip funds. I think you overestimate it. I already spent a huge chunk of the chip funds on the laptop. I don't know if you guys remember that, but I did. And I also need you guys to remember, I am in an agency. Everything you give, I don't get all of it. And I hope you guys do know that. So if you think, oh, you're giving me, oh, you know, I just sent her, you just sent $100 on, you know, the stream elements, whatever. You need to know that I don't get all of it. So please remember that. Especially even through YouTube as well. Like YouTube also takes a big chunk of stuff. Not stream elements, but I meant even things like memberships and stuff like that. Like I don't, even the company doesn't get everything because, like, you know, YouTube takes a big chunk of stuff. So you guys probably think I'm super rich because I'm a streamer, you know. All streamers are super rich and buy Lambos and Rolexes and have, like, you know...
Beans. Thanks for keeping the server running. A little bit for you and the agency.
Let me finish what I was gonna say! Guys, I'm not asking for money. Beans, Beans, thank you so much for that. But I wasn't asking for money, I'm just telling you my situation right now so you guys can understand what's going on. Beans, why would you do this? Ugh, Beans, thank you. Appreciate it, I really do. Sorry if I sound ungrateful. But yeah, thank you. I like supporting single mums. That was a single mum donation towards a poor single mum. I see. Guys, this is not donations towards poor single mums, alright? Thankfully, her dad does pay for, her dad does,
$100 has been fished from Tokotoko. Thanks for keeping this server running. Beans, you should have let Fish finish talking.
Guys, if you're doing this for the new PC, please don't. Please don't. Because again, like, this is not going to help me afford the new PC. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Thank you so much, Tucker, but please don't do that. Please save your money for yourself. Eureka finished with a PH. What do you mean? You are scolding B. You don't have to send us. You don't have to send a. You don't have to send the server contribution to scold beans. Ugh. Hold on. What is going on today? Like, so many people here and like random people. Anyway, let me finish. Thank you, Taco. Thank you, Beans. What was I gonna say?
$100 has been fished from Zaku.
Oh my god,
Thanks
not
for
again.
keeping this server
Not
running.
again.
I apologize on behalf of the chips. We're
Zaku,
just a
please,
bit
guys,
silly.
can you just respect me for one? Just respect what I'm saying. Don't give me money, please. And this is again. I feel bad because, like I told you, I'm not even like, you know, this is not something I can all like put towards a PC or anything. It's not as easy as that. You don't like, I don't even get this money straight away or anything. Like, you need to understand that. Like, but thank you, Zaku. Thank you. Just guys, please let me finish speaking. Thank you though, Zaku. W Zaku. I do appreciate it, guys. I do. Oh god, I'm running out of time. This is why I'm getting nervous. PCs are just going to get more expensive. We need the AI bubble to burst. That's what we need. Someone needs to do it. someone needs to do it. The speaking, thank you for 3 months of Overclock membership. Somebody speaking, thank you. Hold on. Need to replenish the chip funds. I also need to use the chip funds for future projects and stuff as well. Like, I don't want to have to deplete all the chip funds just so, and I have nothing left to, like, you know, put in my channel. You guys also need to know that too. Like, I can't. It's a very irresponsible use of money. You know, money just to like blow all of it. Enough for external cooling pad. I'm already using external cooling pad. That's exactly why the temperature didn't like go that high. But it's still not good in the long run to have it that hot all the time. Anyway, what was I saying? Anyway, going back to what I was saying. I'm also very stressed playing games on this laptop because of how hot the laptop gets and how loud it gets. And it stresses me out. I'm gonna be honest, it stresses me out. And I don't think that I can actually play games properly and stream. The laptop's getting stressed, I'm getting stressed, the room's getting hot. Like, I'm scared the laptop's gonna blow up. I'm scared I'm just, you know, reducing the laptop's lifespan when I actually need it when I do go abroad. I don't know what to do because I guess the only solution here is to reduce streams. Because I can't just do chatting streams every day. Like, I wanted to go back to streaming 5 times a week. But I don't think I can do chatting streams for 5 days every single week. Especially because, like, I don't even go out anymore. Like, I used to be able to chat a lot, right? I used to do loads of chatting streams. That's also because, like, I had hacking, right? I always had loads of stuff to talk about because I would go outside and do hacking and stuff. But now I'm constantly having to, like, take care of my sister. And my life is pretty, you know, hectic at the moment in different ways. Sorting this flat out, sorting my health out, sorting various, you know, stuff out. Not stuff I can like talk about. It's not very interesting stuff, right? I don't think I can do chatting streams 5 times a week. So I'm wondering like what the solution is here. Like I can, my solution is I was thinking like I'll have to try and get like I'll try to find a hacking job like ASAP and try to save up for a new PC, but I think it's gonna take a long time because I still have to I'm still paying for my flat in Japan, and that money was supposed to go towards my flat in Japan, and I can only work part-time. I can't work full-time because obviously I have to take care of my sister. So I'm wondering, like, I don't know what to do. I'm honestly at a loss. Like, I actually don't know what to do. I'm really like, I don't know what the solution is here. I really don't. I feel bad because it's my dream, obviously, to stream. Especially full-time. That's like my biggest dream, right? But it's like something always has to happen and come in the way. Obviously, I know now with this new life of mine, there's no way I can do streaming full-time anymore because if I do that, something's gonna get neglected, and it's gonna be my sister who's gonna get neglected, and I don't know if I should. I don't think I should neglect her. Can you ask Snowy to ship your expensive PC part so you can rebuild it? I probably can't risk that. And that's going to be really expensive to even ship. With all that, with him doing that, at that point I can just buy a new PC. That's gonna become really expensive. Become retrofish. I don't. What, with emulator games? Child neglect is generally considered bad. Yes. Yes, it is. And also, like, the whole reason of me taking care of her as well is to not neglect her, because she's just been neglected her entire life. So, you know, it's supposed to be me. I don't know. It's really tough for me, because it feels like everywhere I turn is like, you know, there's always a wall, and I don't know. I'm not saying I'm gonna abandon her, I say neglect, as in it, because if I'm gonna be streaming like while she's at home during the evenings or something. Because if I'm gonna be like working on something or hacking like during the afternoon and then I'd stream during the evening, then because I basically neglected her for 2 weeks because of District V. I only spent time with her during the time she ate dinner, and that's it. Or I did try to like, or during like homework time as well. Obviously, I did spend, but wasn't really spending time with her. That was mainly just getting ready for school and, you know, making sure she was, you know, it wasn't very like, it wasn't actual time, like quality time spent. So I don't know. I definitely need to spend a bit more time with her now, because obviously neglecting her for 2 weeks isn't good. And I let a lot of things slip as well. Like I had to have like a lot of talks with her this week because I wasn't like, you know, on her ass all the time. Like her room became really messy. She was late to school once this week, and yeah, there was like a lot of stuff that slipped because I wasn't keeping on top of it. It's not easy, like raising a kid, basically. Not caught up and stuff, so you gotta take care of your little sister for reasons. Yes. I'm basically raising her all by myself for at least until October. That's only if I go back to Japan. If I don't, then I don't know. This is gonna be lasting until she's 18, I guess. What is going on today? There's like loads of random people in the chat. Anyway, sorry, I'm stretching. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm still thinking. At the moment, it's like really hard to catch up with everything because I have to catch up with a lot of like stream stuff as well. Maybe you got new fans on the hobby streams? I don't think so. At least, you know, my subscription count didn't go up, so I don't think so. I don't think these people are following me. The future is hard to predict. It's more like, you know, I'm so used to thinking of like solutions, and like everything is like, life is like a puzzle, you know. Algorithm could be pushing different. I had like 20 viewers during the RP streams. I thought like the algorithm decided to kill me instead. Hard to predict the future. We gotta have hope things will get better. The algorithm loves single mothers. Yeah, true. Maybe it's a single mother thing. Teenage pregnancy to single motherhood must be rough. Huh? Guys, I'm not a teenage mom. Okay, to anyone who seriously thinks that no, it's my sister. I'm a single mother to my sister. I did not give birth to her. My mother gave birth to her. She has a mum and a dad. It's just her mum and dad don't take care of her, so I'm taking care of her. That's the story, alright? It's not as exciting as the title sounds. The algorithm works in mysterious ways. This is the first time though, I think, today. Like all these like random people. Like these are trolls. But yeah, I don't know. I'm so proud of you of birthing your own child. I don't ever think I ever want to do that. And we just spoke about it earlier. Birthing children is very scary. I don't think I'd ever want to go through that. I'm here for the single mother experience. Is this like the peak single mother VTuber experience? How do you guys feel about this? How would you rate it? How would you rate it? How would you rate the single mother VTuber experience? Oh god, I've got 5 minutes. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, but out of 10. 12 out of 10. I know. Now the single mother life is all about very informative. So you guys can be single mothers too. It's educational. Very educational. 10 out of 10 would not be a single mother. Feels out of 10. Algorithm out of 10. This is supposed to be educational. I'm supposed to teach you guys. You should never be single mothers. Even I didn't want to do this, but I think I'd be guilty if I didn't do this. I'd feel really, really guilty if I didn't do this. I don't know. I'd feel guilty if I didn't do this. You could say thank you so much for the super sticker. Yes, now I can be a very realistic single mother if I wanted to. Correct. What about single dads? Do you guys want to be single dads? Is there a difference between a single dad and a single mom? Is there a difference? You still gotta take care of a kid by yourself. Yeah, I don't know. Regarding the future of like streams and stuff, I don't really know what to say anymore. I'm struggling streaming games on this thing. It's making me miserable. My laptop's also miserable. When I'm miserable, I don't feel like streaming, so I just want my PC back. I really want my PC back. I just want to go back. I was feeling... You know, I told you guys I was feeling comfortable here. Yesterday, I had a really strong wave of homesickness for my flat in Japan, and I'm still feeling that way today. I wasn't feeling very well today. I just feel so stressed. I just want to go back home. But I can't even go back home. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just like too caught up in stress right now and I'm not thinking clearly, but there's just so much trouble going on right now. I just wish I could avoid it all. I just want to go back to what I'm familiar with and what I'm comfortable with. I just wish I was able to bring my PC with me. Like, I really wish I was. Since you're a single mother now, are you prepared to be a recipient of Mother's Day? Oh my god, it's Mother's Day next week? I don't know, because I'm not an actual mom. Like, my sister doesn't call me. I make it very clear to my sister, like, you know, I'm still your sister. Like, I'm not your mom. I'm still your sister. So I don't want to, like, you know, fuse any boundaries or anything. And, you know, I do try. She's actually gone. She's not here right now, which is why I'm being so loud and talking so loud. She's actually gone to my mom's house. And, yeah. I do want her to have... I know her relationship with mom is never going to be good. But, yeah. I'm not trying to be her mom. A single mother has a certain artistic flair to it that the title single dad or father doesn't. Artistic flair, huh? Home is where the chips are, right? Yes. But I feel like the chips are not here when I can't stream. And I'm not feeling good about streaming unless I'm just doing chatting streams when my laptop is not screaming at me. Single dads with daughters are weirdly hot in the dating market. I think Billy, you know, my cousin Billy said the same thing. He said he wants to be a dad. He said he wants to have a kid with someone just because it makes him look better. I was very confused, but now you just said that. You just said that. It kind of makes sense now. I would like to be no type of single anything, please. Don't want to be a single man. I just want to be a simple guy. Aren't you a simple guy right now? Since you're a single mother now, oh wait, you already read that one. Big life changes are stressful. They really are. Like moving and everything is so stressful in itself, but like having to trying to go back to my regular life is also really hard. Single mother has more negative stigma. Single father usually fares better in the dating market for some reason. That's very correct. Single mother does have negative stigma. Single father doesn't. Because people think, oh my god, that's so nice. Because people think like fathers or men aren't the type of people to ever take care of kids by themselves. So they find it more attractive when, I guess, they do that. You still celebrate Women's Day? Is Women's Day tomorrow? What are all these days I don't know about? Fathers get more promotions and opportunities. Like what? I'm not simple at all. Tell me more about it, Beans. What makes you really a complicated guy? I'm okay with being a single dad. I just need to be a father first. It's hard. You guys are saying, oh yeah, I can be a single dad. It's hard, guys. It's hard. You basically lose all your independence when you have like a kid. Or I guess it's the same as having like a pet as well, like a dog. You lose all your freedom because you've got to take care of something for the rest of your life at least until they're 18. At least, okay, fine with dogs and animals like that, it's your whole life until they're dead. But at least with kids, it's until they're 18. And then the reason is because single dad with kid indicates a good parent, which is considered very attractive in a man, whereas women are expected to be good with kids. It's exactly that, yes. Women are just expected to do the child rearing, right? And men aren't. My manager said being a father would be good preparation for being a manager. Wait, really? That's kind of true. That's true. That's true, because you've got to like prioritize tasks when you're a single parent. That's literally my ever since I've been taking care of my sister, every day is about prioritizing tasks and doing things fast. Single mother always gives me flashbacks to the British tabloids crusade against single mothers in the 90s. They're proper nasty about it. Oh yeah, I tell you, because about this is where the negative stigma also comes from. You lose independence and gain a dependent. It's hard because I've always been such an independent person, so being tied down with a dependent is really difficult for me. I had a younger sister who's 6 years younger than me. It was very annoying. I had to babysit her. See, I've been in this position for ages because I always had to like babysit my younger cousins, and also even my big brother. I had to babysit my big brother. 18. Most kids stay till 30 now. Yeah, but you don't have to take care of them until 30. Single mother VTuber, that's so hot right now. That's why I put it in my stream title. I'm like trying to like bait people into clicking the stream. I mean, it's not a lie, right? I mean, she's not my kid, but it's still, you know, not a lie, right? Anyway, oh, it's meet and greet time. Hold on, let me just... I got baited? No, you're not baited! Hey, don't go away! Listen, Juicy James. Hey, Juicy James. I'm a real single mother. I may not have given birth to the kid, but I am raising her by myself. So I'm basically a single mother, right? Right, you better stick around, Juicy James. What a name. Click here for single mother. Single mothers in your area. Oh, were you in charge of your big brother? I was. I had to like make our food and everything. When my mom went to work, I had to make sure our food and everything was like ready and done and prepared. Because like she just couldn't do anything. My mom never made him do anything. Because I think I told you guys a story as well, right? Like my sister was telling me how my stepdad worked really hard and made like a roast dinner. Hold on, I'm getting pings. So yeah, my sister was telling me how my stepdad made a big roast dinner and for my mom and my sister and my brother, and he was kind of like saying to my brother that he should help him at least wash the dishes. Like, that's just courtesy, right? Like, you know, just at least help wash the dishes. Hold on, I think the YouTube. Hold on, give me a second. Anyway, yeah, so he was like, yeah, the least you can do is at least help me wash the dishes. I just cooked this big dinner for all of us. And my mom started yelling. I'm saying, don't make my son do anything. Make her do it. Like, pointing to my sister. Like, my sister is younger and she's literally trying to catch up with school. Like, why does my sister have to do it? All my brother does is work and play games on his PC. Like, why don't you make him do it? So she's really not a nice woman, my mom. But yeah, like, it's true though. Like, why didn't my brother try to at least help out washing the dishes? Lazy git. Why am I hearing banging noises downstairs? I'm scared. Older women are in demand of guys, I'm not old. I'm not as old as you think, at least. A cheeky bit of clickbait. It's just a little bit, just a tiny bit. Yeah, this is a tiny bit of clickbait. Have fun with the meet and greet. Looking forward to new chips. I don't even know if anyone's gonna be there. I really don't know what to anticipate from this meet and greet. An adopted mother is a mother all the same. Well, I'm still like her sister. I'm still officially her sister. What's your refund policy? Oh, there's no refund policy. You're stuck here, Mr. Juicy James. Which part of you is juicy? Trust, it's not clickbait, it's just stretching the truth. Is it really stretching? Actually, technically, according to the specific definition, I am indeed her legal guardian and thus her mother. It's basically the same thing. I was supposed to say single sister? Huh? That becomes a different type of single, okay? Meet and greet soon. Okay, I'll stream until like... Apparently it won't start until literally like 11 PM my time, so that's 9 minutes. If your sister's old enough to go to school, at least you weren't dealing with diapers, so you avoided that. No, I didn't avoid that part actually, Zed Gamer. I didn't. When she was born, I had to raise her for like 2 years. So no, I didn't avoid that part. I still had that part. I had to raise her for when she was born because my mom decided to, you know, stay in bed and be useless and do nothing and dump all of the work on me. So actually, no, I didn't avoid it. I was also a single mother when I was like 16 to a baby I didn't give birth to. I didn't choose to have. Milwaukee. Is it actually Milwaukee? Milwaukee. Single sister sounds like something else. It really does. A single sister sounds like a nun. I will not call myself a single sister, so that's why the title is single mother. Alright, guys. Oh, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Oh. Let's see who to raid into. There's actually not many people streaming right now, strangely. Let's raid into Roka. Roka is doing a karaoke right now. Oh wait, no! Freyd's doing his Dreamer karaoke, right? Should we stream it? Should we raid into Freyd? I thought the Dreamer karaoke already happened, that's why I was confused. Let's raid into Freyd. Freyd is the Peyton Dreamer. Let's raid into Peyton Dreamer. And you can enjoy Peyton Dreamer's karaoke. Let's see. She's disappeared before our very eyes. I have to go. I have to go. Oh, I regret signing up for this meet and greet now. I really regret it. Good luck, single, not real, mom.
$4.04 has been fished from an F. Thanks for keeping this server running. Take use with you. Just put us in your pocket. We are small by the thumb.
You guys are very small, but you don't have to be in my pocket. You could be in my arm. I'll have a chip plushie in my arm. Alright, and he was today, but not when. I think because you said he had a karaoke, and it's like past tense. I thought it already happened. Maybe I should do that. Single, not real, mom. Maybe I should put that in brackets. Single, not real, mom, instead of single mother. But then people gonna think the whole thing is not real. Single bracket sister, mom. Anyway, I gotta go, guys. It's time to finish this. On to Trigger. Oh, I'll try to stream tomorrow as well. Might be earlier. Hopefully, I can try and stream tomorrow. Even though my managers are on my ass right now because I owe so many things right now. I'm so overdue in so many deadlines. But I'll try to stream tomorrow. I'm gonna try and run and hide from the managers. Stream. Maybe. I'll let you guys know though. Alright. It's time to... I gotta take advantage of this time my sister's not home, basically. Anyway. It's time to finish this. On to Trigger!